Yeah.
You want to like him, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. We straight gangsters over here,
Straight
man.
gangsters. Yeah. Good morning and welcome back. That is right. You are listening to Scout Team Radio. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here on 12 Ounce Sports Radio. I am one of your favorite hosts. They call me Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
Yes. All of that is true. And the man on the other microphone, he is a great American. He is a great patriot. You know him as
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is your boy, Chris America, coming to you live this Tuesday, August the 20th, 2019, Loudbeard, and we are just getting ever so closer. But I watched a little bit of that preseason game last night, Loudbeard. Did you watch that?
I didn't catch the preseason game, but it was the 49ers were playing, right?
Yeah, I'm not even really caring about what happened on the field. I just know that this Monday Night Football broadcast team is awful. Joe Tessitore and Booger McFarland are going to be difficult to listen to all season long.
Ugh. Isn't that sad?
And I can't really put my finger on it exactly. There's just no chemistry between the two. Joe Tessitore's voice is like okay, but it's just, I don't know. And maybe we just got too spoiled by Tony Romo. But it's like, Booger, you either got to come in with like super knowledge or be entertaining, and he's got neither.
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. This isn't going to be good for football.
If we had Pat
entertainment.
McAfee there, I don't expect Pat McAfee to break down stuff like Tony Romo does, but at least Pat McAfee will be entertaining to listen to.
Yeah. He's going to be all over the place. He's going to be funny. He's going to bring in the color analysts that we need, like the fun to it. And I agree, man. You can't have bad personalities doing this. You've got to have the right people. There has to be the right chemistry. And Tony Romo has spoiled it for all of us. And I know not everybody loves Tony Romo, but in the box, man, he is a mastermind. And I absolutely love listening to him. And I actually look forward to those. Now, I'm not a big Troy Aikman, Joe Buck fan, especially Troy Aikman.
That's bad too, yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of duos out there that I'm really not that keen on. So maybe I'm going to have to circle on my calendar all the broadcasts that Tony Romo's doing and only watch those because all these other ones are just garbage.
And with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, I mean, I know they usually cover the national prime time game during the afternoons, but it's not Monday Night Football. When you think Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be the best of the best. This is what we all come to watch is Monday Night Football. And just, I don't know, I feel like the last decade maybe, Monday Night Football, between the scheduling and the announcement crews, it just hasn't felt like Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it used to be the staple, right? Everybody would look forward to Monday night. It was the biggest matchup. It just had that juice. The theme song would come on, and you would just feel it. Your skin would crawl because it was just like that amazing feeling like, oh, my God, Monday night's here. I've been waiting for Monday night. And you don't get that anymore. It's lost its luster, man. And I don't know what it is, if it's a combination of all things, if it's a combination of the announcing crew and the change of just different things that have gone along with it. But Monday Night Football is just not Monday Night Football anymore.
Not at all, not at all. Back when it was John Madden and Pat Summerall. Did Pat Summerall join John Madden in Monday Night Football, or was that just the Fox duo?
I can't remember, but
I remember they
John
were a Fox
Madden
duo
was the
for
guy.
a long time. But John Madden was on Monday Night Football for a while. And then remember when they brought in, who was that comedian they brought in? That was just
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller. God, what a mistake.
Yeah, I think he was drunk half the time.
Yeah, it never got worse than that.
Yeah, maybe that was the beginning of the end. Now, John Madden, he gets a lot of criticism because he said some crazy stuff over the years. But John Madden was always entertaining. He's the guy that you're missing, right? You need
Yeah.
that one guy that you think of with Monday Night Football. Like, I feel like we don't have that guy. We don't have somebody that we really think of that we equate Monday Night
Yeah.
Football to anymore. Once John Madden was gone, they haven't been able to fill that void.
Even with John Gruden, I hated listening to John Gruden talk. I was like, good, finally they got rid of, Monday Night, or they got rid of John Gruden, or John Gruden got rid of himself by taking $100 million contract. And it's just, here's Booger McFarland. Who was it last year that filled in? John Witten? I think it was Witten from the Dallas Cowboys. Remember, he retired and then
Jason
became
Witten.
Jason. That's it. I knew it was a J name.
Yeah, I was like, John Witten? Who the hell is
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Witten. Oh, you mean the tight end? Yeah. He also suffered from the I'm a former Dallas Cowboy coming out, and now I'm just going to be compared to Tony Romo. Like, in a vacuum, he probably wouldn't have been terrible, but he was no Tony Romo. Nobody
Lafayette,
will be.
I have the answer to this.
Okay,
We need to make this happen. We need to get Chad Ocho Cinco.
In all fairness, it's not a terrible idea.
No, I mean he'll bring that entertainment side, and it would be fun to watch.
Well, and that's what they need is they need somebody that's over the top. Now, that's kind of the thought process when they brought in Dennis Miller, though, right? And it absolutely fell on its face. They're like, okay,
Yeah,
we
but
need
he
a
wasn't a
comedian.
football guy. You know what I mean? He wasn't a football guy. Like Pat McAfee, he's a football guy. Chad Ochocinco's a football guy. Even with John Madden, he was over the top, especially when he started doing the replays and started drawing with the pen. He's like, look at this guy over here. I'm going to circle him here. And he's going to go right down this middle, and he's going to come over here. And then you end up with a whole entire doodle on your screen by the end of the replay.
So we need an entertaining football guy. So you look at the bag of entertaining football guys. First
Yes.
guy that pops out, you're saying
Chad
is Chad
Ochocinco.
Ochocinco. Okay. I can totally live with that analysis there.
Now, I could go with Rob Gronkowski, but I like Chad Ochocinco better. Because
I don't know if I'd like Rob Gronkowski.
you think
I
it'd
think
be
he's-
too much bro?
Way too much bro. I think at the end of it, I'd feel like dirty. I'd want to take a shower after Monday Night Football because I don't know what it is. There's just way too much bro being showered on me if Rob Gronkowski's doing the broadcast.
Check out this bro over here. This bro's going to get wide open.
Yeah. Look at this dude. He's going to throw it to that my bro. And then they're going to wait for the celebration. That's the celebration I wanted. Dude, this is it right here. This is football right now. I'm telling you guys, bro, this is it. I'm like, come on, I don't want to hear that all day.
Especially when the Patriots are playing.
Well, that's a good point. I almost feel like when players become announcers, they shouldn't be able to announce for their former team, especially if it's a team that they played for a very, very long time. Like Troy Aikman, when he announces for the Cowboys, oh my God, it is the worst thing ever. Maybe it's because I hate the Cowboys, but beside the point. And same thing with Rob Gronkowski. If he were to do it for the Patriots, it's just awful, man. It's not worth watching, and it's not worth listening to. You almost want to put it on mute and put, I don't know, nature sounds on in the background. It would be much more tranquil.
Yeah.
Now, nature
So I got
sounds,
Chad
do you think that would
Ochocinco.
go with football? Oh, you're going
That would go with
Ochocinco.
football. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I don't know about that. I don't know
Chad
who's going
Ochocinco
to
or
be the answer.
Pat McAfee.
Okay.
Either of those two would be good.
All right. Well, you've got two very good people that you're putting up there. I'm going to embrace debate. I'm going to create this a Embrace Debate Tuesday for you, Chris America. Are you ready for this? On Twitter, I saw two debates that were raging very volatile last night. And now that we're debating over who would be the best Monday Night Football crew between who would be better, Ocho Cinco or Pat McAfee, there's a couple other debates I need you to settle. Number one, who's got the better chicken sandwich, Popeyes or Chick-fil-A? The debate rages. What are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't had Popeyes yet, so I got to go Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Well, I think that's an unfair, biased opinion. You're basically like Troy Aikman calling Cowboys games, but that's cool.
Now, does this count as a chicken sandwich? because I think the Arby's chicken cordon bleu sandwich is the best of the best.
It's interesting you say that. I've never tried that sandwich. Now that you're putting it on a
It's good.
pedestal,
Yeah,
I might
you
need
need
to try it.
You need to try that for lunch today, and then you need to go to Moe's tomorrow and get that wrong Doug that I've been telling you about.
Right. So you've suggested that to me for a long time, and I've been pretty bad about taking up your suggestions. So, yeah, maybe I'll go to Arby's today. Chances are,
Won't happen.
no.
There aren't that
All
many
right.
Arby's around here.
No, I got one right down the street by me.
Do you?
Yeah,
at
on the
work
corner
or at
of-
home?
Redbug and Tuscaloosa, they're the corner there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't
Right
go
next
over there
to the
that
McDonald's,
often.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's 5 minutes from me. And the kids always want McDonald's, so I'm over actually next to it all the time. Anyway, so the debate rages on Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. I just I haven't had a Popeyes sandwich. Usually I get just like some chicken when I'm at Popeyes. I don't get the sandwich. So I'll be honest with you, Chris Mary, I can't put a vote in on this one either. Next one, the debate rages on. Best sitcom, Friends or Seinfeld?
I never watched either one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What are you doing to me today?
I don't know,
I
man.
can't
I
even-
just never got into either of those shows. I know they're highly popular. I know how much people love each show, and they have a cult-like followings. But I just never got into either one of them. I'm the type of person where if I'm late to the show, I generally won't get on the boat. Especially back in the 90s when we didn't have Netflix. If I had Netflix or Hulu in the 90s, maybe I would have been like, okay, I'll go check them out. I'll see what the whole buzz is about. I did the same thing with The Office. I did the same thing with Parks and Rec. I was late to both of those boats. I did it with Lost, but this was before Netflix. But I did it with Lost because Landon's mom got the seasons 1 and season 2 on DVD for Christmas, and that's how I kind of got caught up in everything with Lost.
Nice. Wait, well, hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Breaking news. This is just coming out of the fax machine. I'm pulling it out. It says that Wendy's has joined the debate about the best chicken sandwich. The debate rages on, and Wendy's, they went ahead and put their 2 cents in. You know Wendy's is all about jumping in on social media. Wendy's Twitter account is always fire. They say, y'all out here fighting about which of these fools has the second best chicken sandwich, and they throw out a beautiful picture of their chicken sandwich. Now we've got to ask you, Chris America, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, or Popeyes, best chicken sandwich?
Well, I was going to say that Wendy's doesn't just come off the top rope on Twitter. They come off the top of the cage.
Oh, yeah, they're coming off the top of the rafters.
Yeah.
They're up there with Sting, with their baseball bat, and they just fly down safely. We don't want any wrestling accidents. That's happened before. We don't
I'm
want
trying
that.
to remember the last time I had an Arby's, or not an Arby's chicken sandwich, but a Wendy's chicken sandwich. I'm kind of boring when it comes to fast food places. I generally order the same thing every single time.
All right.
Like I don't say I want McDonald's and then I go, okay, what am I in the mood for? I'm usually like, what am I in the mood for? And then I'll think, I'm in the mood for that chicken cordon bleu. All right, cool. I'll go to Arby's. I'm in the mood for a Whopper. Sweet. I'll go to Burger King. That's usually how that deal goes. And I usually if I'm in the mood for Wendy's, or when I get in the mood for Wendy's, it's because I'm in the mood for those juicy Dave double stacks. I think Wendy's has the best, or not the best, but like the juiciest burgers. I think they have the best burgers out of like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's.
I'll agree with that. And when you say juiciest, they're probably the greasiest, which
Well, yeah.
some people would argue that that's a bad thing. But when
No.
you're really hungry for a burger,
Oh my god! When you're really
a
hungover,
little- yeah, and you're hungover, a greasy, there is nothing better.
nothing better.
Oh man. Oh, speaking of. Oh, so you know what? Wendy's came off the top rope. They said y'all out here fighting over which fools is the second best chicken. Popeyes didn't want that though. Popeyes comes back and they throw a little shade on Wendy's. They say, "Sounds like someone just ate one of our biscuits because y'all looking thirsty."
Wow. Oh.
And Wendy's
That was like Wendy's came off the top of the cage And Popeyes rolled away off of the announcing booth at the last second, and then Wendy's crashed through the announcing booth.
And Wendy's replies, LOL. Guess that means the food's as dry as the jokes.
No.
I like this, man. I like
yeah,
this.
I mean, I like it. I just think Popeyes won that exchange.
Yeah. Wendy's doesn't usually lose to Popeyes. I'll be honest.
No, they don't.
This is nice. Oh, man.
But this is what we were talking about. Remember when the Marlins got in trouble for their Twitter? This is what we were talking about, how somebody's been told, like, all right, be a little edgy, be a little, like, raw, but don't go too far. And that Wendy's does it right. They keep it in line, but they like to flirt with that line too.
That's true. They've done such an amazing job with their social media. Like, Wendy's is known not for their chicken sandwiches. Sorry, Wendy's. They're not known for their double stacks. Sorry, Chris America. They're not known for their Frosties. Sorry, fake ice food. They are known for their Twitter account. That's what they're known for now. That's what they've become, is a social media guru, and people even forget that they're a fast food restaurant.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're dropping rap albums. They're dropping rap albums and everything.
Yeah, Wendy's does have the best rap albums also. They're kind of doing everything right, other than the food.
So, Loudbeard, I've suggested you to try the chicken cordon bleu. You won't do it. I've suggested the wrong Doug. You won't do it. But you suggested that I watch The Boys. And last night, I did it. I watched the first episode. And got to tell you, wasn't expecting it to be as dark of a show as it is. You definitely did not let on that this is a very, very dark show. Straight from the beginning, too, you're just like, WTF.
It's something different. I think that's what
it
makes
is.
it
No,
so
and
good.
I'm not complaining. I love it because I like dark shows. It's just when you're not prepared for a dark show, man, it like hits you right in the face. And especially at the beginning of the episode, I was eating dinner while I was watching it, and it was just so gross. I'm not gonna give it away, but just be ready for in the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the show. Just be ready. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. There are some scenes in here that are in this show that are definitely not for the faint at heart. So
No.
be prepared. That's not the only one. There will be more.
And they make you uncomfortable with the scene with the girl becoming new to the team. Like, that scene made me super uncomfortable. But it's life, man. That's the way life rolls. Again, I'm not going to give anything away, but it is it's an interesting concept. I knew that they kind of advertised that, these are superheroes who aren't exactly the best of guys, but they take it a step further than just these are not, really good guys. It's kind of like saying, oh, Tom Brady's a great quarterback, but he's a jerk, to the media. Or not Tom Brady, but who's known for that? Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, great golfer, not a good dude, but you don't think of Tiger Woods being this bad of a dude the way that these superheroes are bad of people in this show.
Yeah, well, I love the concept because think about it. Think about if you lived in a world where everybody was normal, relatively speaking, and you had some sort of superpower that made you above all, above everybody else as far as power and strength or speed or whatever your superpower is. I mean, the part that people don't realize that when we talk about all these superhero movies is, what does that do to your psyche? You're like, you know what? Nobody can stop me. What are the police going to do?
Yeah.
What is this person going to do? What is that person going to do? I can basically get away with whatever I want, whenever I want, because of my superpower. If you do that with most typical Americans, they're going to start getting away with things that people don't want to admit to. They don't want to admit to these problems that they may have. And it could be on many different different areas. As far as getting money, people would steal if nobody would notice because they were super fast and could do it, right? Most people would. Sexual encounters. There's things that probably people wouldn't admit to they would do, but this show exploits what if people were normal as far as having these flaws and were superheroes. It's really a cool concept.
Well, it was sort of the concept that they pushed in Batman versus Superman to the extent that Batman feared that Superman would be like these guys in that show. Even though Superman wasn't that guy, that's what Batman was afraid of. Like you said, who's going to stop Superman if he decides to go on a power trip? And that is more human than anything else. Is more so for people to go on a power trip, but they don't show it. Like they're not like sitting there going robbing banks and then saying, "Come stop me." They're more or less like saving the bank from being robbed, and then on the backside, they're like, "Okay, now the bank, you can pay us like $500,000 for saving your bank." You know what I mean?
Like extortion,
Extortion
blackmail.
and stuff. Like,
yeah, they would do
and-
that kind of crime.
and again, there's other situations where they kind of act like the CIA or like a dirty politician who smiles and you think, wow, that politician is great. And then in the background, they're like, okay, order the strike on Libya. I don't care how many people get killed. We need to we need to get that, fossil fuel or something that's underneath that town.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable concept, and it works. Like you talked about Superman versus Batman. It didn't quite work because Superman's not that guy, right? So
Right.
They depict it, but it doesn't execute properly. So you understand what Batman's trying to do in that movie, but it just doesn't all come together the
And
way
then
we would like it.
They did it a little bit too in Civil War, where they tried to make them out to be bad guys, but really it was just them trying to be good guys, and they destroyed cities while they were trying to save a city. And again, it's not this. Like this was like these guys are just purposely doing bad things, but on like the DL.
Yeah. Like in the public, they're the greatest superheroes ever. And then behind the scenes, you're like, wow, this is all about money. It's about power. It's about sex. It's all about all the things that are normal Americans' vices. That's what it's about.
The other good part about it, the way that they did the storyline, is the main character. I feel like she's going to be the main character. What is her name? Starlight?
Yeah.
Star-Lord?
Stardust.
Stardust. She's one of those things, but she's basically new to this superhero team. She's looked up to him from her home, and then she finds out that her heroes aren't exactly who they said they were or who she thought they were. And now she's got to, live with that moral dilemma, which is a good struggle to see. And it puts you in, like, what would you do if you idolized these athletes, or you idolized these politicians, or you idolized these actors, and then you got to actually work with them, and then you find out that they're a little dirty, and now they want you to become dirty with them.
Right. And, I mean, you said that about the athletes. Imagine being a young kid, like a wide receiver, and you're 7, 8, 9 years old, and you're like, Tom Brady comes into the league as a rookie, and he starts playing really well, and you're like, Tom Brady, he's my idol. He's one of my favorites. And you work your way all the way up, and you make it to the Patriots, and this was your lifelong dream. And you idolized Tom Brady your entire life, and all you ever wanted was to be on the Patriots. You go there, and Tom Brady is a total effing asshole. That's what this show is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
and not just an effing
got
asshole,
on
but
my
like
high
Tom
horse.
Brady. Tom Brady makes you do things that you're not comfortable with, and then says stuff like, "You want to be on this team, right? Then, get in line, because I'm Tom Brady, and I can kick you off this team if I want to have you kicked off. I'm number 2. That goes Bill Belichick, then Tom Brady, and that was episode 1. So it was a good show, man. I'm excited to watch the rest of it. Glad I got my 4K Ultra TV now with it. It was awesome watching it on the 60-inch. I'm gonna just brag about that all week long.
Yeah. So you got the gruesome parts get to be really gruesome.
Oh
with the
yeah, like I
4K
said, I was eating
Ultra
dinner.
HD.
I was eating dinner when that first scene came about, and it just hits you. They set up that scene so perfect to where it just slaps you in the face with like a wet rag that's just been pulled out of the dryer.
Oh, yummy. Wow, I can't talk about Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, or Wendy's now because of that scene is resonating
You're thinking about
in
it
my head.
now. It's just resonating in your head.
Okay. Hey, music news.
By the way, Amazon, we'll take some royalty checks if your viewership goes up today, because we sold it. We sold that show today.
We're actually willing to convert our format over to be just a The Boys podcast
The Boys.
for Amazon, just talking about that show 24/7 for the right price, Amazon. Hit
Yep.
me up. Hit me up at Twitter, at Scout Team Radio. Hit us both up. You can do it right now, and you'll
Yep.
be able to hear and
Our
listen
DMs
to us.
Our DMs
Oh.
are open.
Yeah. Hey, everybody out there, our DMs are
See,
always
look,
open.
3 seconds ago, Mike Burlon checks in. I've been seeing the ads but you've convinced me. I'll have to check that show out. Boom. That's already
Totally
one royalty
worth it.
check. We Amazon. That's one
Now-
viewer you didn't have before this morning.
There we go. There we go. Now, this is my question. Mike Berlon, he's getting convinced because of what we said, but this kind of show seems like it's right up Scott's alley. I know Scott's more of the superhero guy. He was big into the Marvel stuff.
now-
I feel like Scott might have
See-
already jumped into this. I could be wrong.
I think this might be the type of show that Mike Berlon wants to watch because he doesn't watch Avengers. He doesn't watch Spider-Man. He doesn't watch any of those shows. And I feel like this show is less about them being superheroes and more about them being D-heads.
And the D standing for
Dodo
So
heads.
moving on.
Richard heads. There you go.
Yes. This is breaking news also, Chris America. Your favorite song, Old Town Road, which has been on the Hot 100 top #1 chart for a very, very long time. I don't even know how many weeks. I can't count. It's been up there so long. Has finally been dethroned. Billie Eilish coming in hot with their single, Bad Guy. So Billie Eilish with Bad Guy taking out Nas X featuring the guy from the country songs, Old Town Road.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know, it's kind of rolls off the tongue a little weird. Now
almost
this
as,
Bad Guy
almost
song.
as bad as Irish wristwatch.
Oh,
You can't
Wow.
say Irish wristwatch 5 times fast. Nobody can.
interesting. It's
Go
weird
ahead,
how
try
you
it,
come
Mike.
up with these
Mike Berlon,
things.
you're listening. Try it. Try to say Irish wristwatch 5 times fast.
Wow. Interesting. Now, Billie Eilish, Bad Guy, this song, it's not a good song. I don't like it. I hear
mean,
it sometimes.
neither was Old Town Road, but that didn't
But
stop
it-
people from making it #1.
Yeah, but Billie Eilish is that song like my teenage daughters like, and they'll sing it over and over again. And it's just like a weird song where at least Old Town Road, the first time you heard it, you're like, okay, I can see where this would be catchy and some people would like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Music's weird nowadays. I'm an old man getting back on my lawn, throwing my fist in the air and just saying, man, music's weird nowadays.
Well, Loudbeard, speaking of rap, do you hear what Jay-Z called his wife when he proposed to her?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Yeah, did you hear what Jay-Z called his wife after he proposed to her?
Beyonce?
No, fiance.
Oh, okay. Dad joke day, huh? There you go.
If you want some more dad joke type stuff, found out hashtag Tongue Out Tuesday, Loudbeard. If you like seeing cute dogs and cute cats with their tongues out, that's the hashtag for you.
Okay, so Jenny's. I'd like to hear a little bit more about this, Jenny. You're tweeting in at Scout Team Radio. You said, Loudbeard, you're wrong about Billie Eilish. Now, I've heard this Bad Guy song probably a dozen times. It's just, I don't know. It's weird and creepy to me. It's not a good song. So she's telling me I'm wrong. Now, Jenny, you might be right. You might be right. It's a #1 top 100 song. It's hot right now. Everybody loves
So
it.
hot.
The kids these days, love it. But I'm wrong for being an old man and being crotchety and being grouchy, sitting here on my lawn saying this isn't a good song. I just can't get into it. I really can't get into that song. And I like a lot of modern music. I like pop music. I can listen to a lot of things. I can't listen to that. I mean, there's a lot of other good things. I like a little bit of the, alternative pop that's out right now. I can dig AJR. I can dig a few other bands that are going on right now, but Billie Eilish is just not my jam. Sorry, Jenny.
Not your jam. I'm going to have to listen to this song. I'm going to have to check this out after the show. Maybe I'll listen to it on the break.
Yeah. Well, you could do that. That's
But
definitely.
Also, on the other side of the break, I have big time Disney news. Disney makes an announcement. They're bringing something back, Loudbeard, and we'll find out what they're bringing back after this break.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. 12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Patriot, Chris America, and I want you to listen every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and on replays from 11 a.m. to noon of Scout Team Sports. Listen, George Washington did not cross over the ocean blue in 1492 to defeat the Nazis, so you can listen to the same tired national clickbait sports stories. So once again, tune in to us every single morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and then we replay from 11 to noon. I will see you there, and God bless America.
Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here from the Captain Lou Extravaganza, coming to you live every Tuesday night on 12ouncesportsradio.com from 8 until 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, it's a different name, but it's still the same great show. We're going to have guests every week live on the show, and we'll have your opinions as well as mine, and we'll see whose is better and obviously whose is right. That's every Tuesday night live, the Captain Lou Extravaganza from 8 until 10 p.m. Eastern Time on 12ouncesportsradio.com.
Hey, what's up there, listeners? This is your friendly neighborhood Loudbeard, and I'm here to tell you that there's two type of people in the world, those that are on a podcast and those that want to be on a podcast. And if you are one of those out there that want to be on a podcast, one of the first decisions you will need to make is which podcast host you want to use. That's right. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, you need to check out Podbean. Here at Scout Team Radio, we have been using Podbean since the very beginning, and we absolutely love it. They are easy to use, and they have affordable options. Just go to podbean.com/STR. That's right, Scout Team Radio. Podbean.com/STR to get started today. What are you waiting for? Oh, welcome back. That is right. You're listening to Scout Team Radio. He is Chris America. I am Loudbeer. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. We also simulcast on the Full Press Radio Network, and we're part of the Barn Burner Radio Network. We're all over the place. You can find us anywhere and everywhere, including on demand. That's right. You can download our podcast. Just search Scout Team Radio, whether it is Google Play, whether it is Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, anywhere you find a podcast, search Scout Team Radio, and you can find us, and you can listen to us. Our daily show is put up live or put up on demand every day on those podcast sources. So make sure you check those out. Also, get social with us on Twitter. We appreciate the interactions this morning. Mike Berlon coming in hot. He can't even say, I wish I wished watch. Irish wisp. I can't say it either. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Can't do it, Chris America.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
It's
Jenny
the hardest
coming
tongue
off the
twister
top
of all
rope.
time.
It is. Jenny coming off the top rope with Billie Eilish. Yep. No, sorry. Still don't agree with that, but that's okay.
I listened to the song afterwards. It's a good song.
Oh,
I can see why some people like it. It would be a good workout song. If you love bass, if you love turning up your radio in your car, or if you got some good headphones, it's a good bassy song. I just don't understand why it's number one, because it's not your typical number one song. There's not really a hook. This isn't a sing-along type song like the Old Town Road song was. So that part surprises me that it made it number one, but it's not an awful song, Loudbeard. I like it better than Old Town Road. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, you do like it better than Old Town Road?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how long it stays at number one.
I doubt it'll stay number one very long. But
yeah, I doubt.
The
not
album
like
cover,
Old Town Road.
The album cover of this album that she has that this song is off of, she looks creepy as hell.
I don't think I've seen the album cover, so I have to check. Why don't you tweet that out to our listeners so they know what we're talking about? There we go.
Yeah, let me get that
little
going.
Screenshot action. Say, wow, who's creepier, Billie Eilish or Billie Eilish? Embrace debate.
Screenshotting it now.
Yeah, now.
So I got big news, big Disney news announcement.
Okay.
They're bringing something
Disney
back, Loudbeard.
I hope it's French fries, McDonald's fries at the Disney parks. Please be McDonald's fries at the Disney parks. Remember when they did that? That was amazing.
And this might not be exciting news for you or for us because this was a little bit after our time. But it was a TV show that I feel like was really popular in the early 2000s. I could be wrong. Maybe it was like 99. I always get like kid shows mixed up when they started once I was in high school because time just really started running together at that point, especially from 98 to 2004. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And that is the Proud Family. They're bringing that back.
I've never heard of it.
You never heard? It's the family. It's the show about the black family. They have the sugar mama is the grandma. Like I said, it came out probably when we were in college or college age.
It's called The Proud Family?
Yep. It was a very popular show. It ran along with the Kim Possibles and I want to say like Lizzie McGuire. Was Lizzie McGuire before that? I don't know.
Okay. Well, I've heard of Kim Possible. I've heard of Lizzie McGuire. I have not heard of The Proud Family. I don't. Maybe I'm just living under a rock.
Maybe you're racist because it's a show about a black family. You're like, I don't want to know about that.
Okay. Maybe that's it. There you go. You nailed it. You nailed it. There you go.
Got him.
America. I don't know what else to say. I mean,
you always get so uncomfortable when I joke around with you being racist. At least Anthony's not here. He would definitely drive that point home.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, that brings up a good point. My realtor's black.
He is. He's Anthony
There
Mack.
you go. Yeah. He just got paid off of selling my townhouse. He just got paid big.
And everybody
Like it.
knows that once you say you have a black friend or like your realtor's black, that it totally means you're not racist.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I was like sitting there thinking, what am I going to say to that? Like, I could say, oh yeah, I loved Family Matters. Stefan Urkel was one of my favorites. What does that make? It just all I'm doing is defending a point that I don't need to defend. So that's why I said you got me.
Let's take Mike Berlon for example, right? So his co-host.
Why are you
Scotty
calling
Kaiser,
everybody racist?
No. I'm just asking you. Like, Mike Berlon, his co-host is Scotty Kaiser. He makes it very well known that he's half black, half white. He makes lots of jokes about it. He's got a very good Key and Peele feel to it. But does he get to say, I have a black friend, or does he have to say, like, I have like a half black friend when he's trying to prove that he's not racist? Like, dude, my co-host is. Does he get to say my co-host is black or my co-host is half black?
If you're defending your point, you always go more onto the level like, oh, my co-host is black. And then the person that's arguing with you would come back and say, oh, come on, he's half black. See, then it goes back and forth. Then it becomes...
And then he could be like, he could turn it on them and be like, well, now who's the racist?
There you go. That's how you win that argument.
There you
Thank
go,
you
Mike
for bringing
Berlon. We
this
helped you
topic
out.
up. There you go.
We help out our
America-
listeners daily, Monday through Friday, here on 12 Ounce Sports Radio.
Good times. Good times. Chris America, I'm glad you
Loudbeard.
brought back the Proud Family, man.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Demi Lovato. She turns 27. That's an infamous age if you're a celebrity. A lot of celebrities die at 27, Loudbeard. I didn't know if you know this, but 27 is a cursed number for celebrities.
I did not know that. Well,
Let me
since
get
we're
the list stuff.
Wait, since we're congratulating people, you know what goes? You talk about, someone dying, but someone getting married. It's kind of like dying. The Rock got married. Did you hear this? The Rock's married.
Did he?
Demi Lovato's 27. The Rock gets married to longtime girlfriend Lauren Hashin. I don't know who she is.
Yeah, so you got guys like Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix. Who's Kim Jong-hyun? That must have been
Like
a K-pop star.
The ruler of North Korea?
Aaron Hernandez dies at 27.
Oh, snap. Too
I
soon.
believe Amy Winehouse died at 27. Pat Tillman died at 27. Janis Joplin. See, I'm telling you, lots of big names here. Reggie Lewis died at 27.
Wow.
Kurt Cobain.
No.
It's a cursed age.
Demi. Stay with me, Demi.
Yeah.
Come on, Demi.
Don't leave
do
us,
it.
Demi. Is Demi
Don't
the
go to
one
the
that
light.
was... I don't want to throw this out there, but was she the one that was like addicted to heroin or something?
She had problems with addictions. I don't know the details.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was specifically heroin or what it was, but yeah, she definitely had some addiction issues. Again, when you have fame and power and money, right? Like things
Yeah.
happen. You have vices, and unfortunately, drugs
temptations.
become that. Yeah, it's too easy, right? Accessibility sometimes
Yep.
becomes too great. So Demi's gonna die, is what you're saying. So prediction here.
Well, I'm hoping
on
not.
Scout
I'm
Team
hoping-
Radio.
I'm just letting her know, like, 27's a cursed age. You might want to, if you're not clean now, there's no time like the present.
There is absolutely not.
God, I'm going to feel so bad if she dies this year.
I know you should.
You're going
You
to throw
really
that in my
should.
face.
Oh yeah, you're never gonna hear the end of it. So if you don't mind, I might bring up another sports topic. Is it too soon? Too soon for that?
No.
Okay. The AP comes out with their top 25. The preseason AP top 25. We're getting in college football mode. I'm about a week and a couple days away from my first UCF home game. I got season tickets. I'll be there next Thursday. I'm excited about that. But this weekend, we got your Florida-Miami game that's going to be coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun. We've got just a ton of action coming up. So the AP preseason top 25 comes out. So we can start talking about the political crap that is college football. But, it's preseason. So it's kind of what we do. Not surprising, we got Clemson, Alabama. Oh, I lost signal for a second. Can you hear me
Yep.
now? Chris
Yep,
America, I'm
you're
back.
good.
So
I was
Clemson.
just checking on to see if it was me.
Oh, no, it was definitely me. I see it. It's giving me weird connection error right now. Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State are the top 5 in the AP. Pretty solid top 5. Georgia last season ended ranked 7th, so they actually jump up to 3. I guess there is high expectations for Georgia, as there is every year. Now, LSU sitting there at number 6. So, pretty solid top 5 or top 6, top 7. Pretty standard, right? Nothing too crazy. Your Florida Gators sitting at 8. I think that's pretty reasonable. So I don't think there's anything too out of the ordinary here. Now, Oregon comes in at number 11. Somehow Oregon is now becoming back into this powerhouse conversation. Last year, they weren't even ranked at the end of the season.
Nope.
And they're coming in at number 11. I don't know what's going on in Oregon. I haven't really been on their recruiting trail. I don't know what players are coming up. I know it was a boost once they got rid of Willie Taggart, so that's helped their
huge
status. Huge boost. And so now Oregon's sitting at top 11, even though they weren't ranked last season. Another interesting one I always like to talk about is Nebraska. After coming off a really hot 4-8 season, they are definitely top 25 material.
Oh, definitely.
So, yes, let's go ahead and rank them top 25. My UCF Knights sitting at 17 after finishing last season, ranked 11 in the AP. So they dropped 6 spots, again, just because they're not a Power 5 team. Not because anything actually significant happened on the team. I guess maybe the quarterback injury or quarterback question mark may drop them a couple. But UCF sitting at 17. So couple good good teams on here, but I'm just ready for football, man.
When you beat Bethune-Cookman, Illinois, and Michigan State and Minnesota as your 4 teams, that means you're hot. That means you're definitely ready to be a top 25 team.
There you go. Yeah, the Nebraska thing I don't get. Like, I get the Scott Frost being the coach and all the hype coming in, but you still got to put something on the field. You got to put something on the field. Yeah.
Make them earn their top 25 spot this season.
Oh, absolutely.
If they're 6-0 by week 6, they'll be in the top 10. Top 15 at least. They won't be any higher or lower in the rankings if they start off unranked than if they do start off at, what did you say they were at, number 24?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a question for you, though, Loudbeard.
Yes.
How bad does the CFP need 4 new teams in their playoff this year? Do you think America wants a shakeup, or do you think the SEC is just just big enough to just keep carrying on with Alabama and Oklahoma and Ohio State and I don't know what else is another team that just constantly Georgia again. Like, is that something is that a Final Four you want to see?
It's absolutely not a Final Four we want to see. I mean, the Clemson Alabama final, nobody wants to see that again unless you
that's
live
the other
in,
team I should have thrown in there. Clemson. They're the other team that's in there every year.
Yeah,
Clemson, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Alabama. Like, I do not want to see that at all.
Yeah, and I give Oregon shade for being on the top 25, even though I don't know that they necessarily deserve to be at 11.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're coming off of a 9-4 season. It was a respectable season. They were kind of hot during the end of the season. I get all that, but I kind of would like to see them make some noise, right? Like, even though I'm giving them shade for jumping up so much, throw in a different team. We're tired of the same teams. I mean, yeah, these programs, I'm sure Michigan fans are going to say, yeah, we want Michigan to be up there. And I'm sure, Gator fans and Notre Dame fans, they all want them to be up there, but we're tired of the same old crap, man. We're tired of it. We want to see something different. And I can't endure another Clemson-Alabama national championship. It's not even must-see TV anymore. It's just like, really? These guys again? Let's see something different. And they're going out of the gate at 1-2, so there's a good possibility we do see them in the top 4 at the end of the season. But as we've found out many years in a row here, is anything can happen. So let's just let the season play out. Maybe a team like the Citadel will upset Alabama. Maybe. Who knows?
Didn't they help them first half?
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't understand. I mean, I understand it. The hype behind Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M. There are so many people picking them to do really well this year. They have a very tough schedule, and people are still picking them to come out. They're like, oh, Jimbo Fisher's second year. I think people don't realize that without Jameis Winston, a once-in-a-lifetime player for a coach, Jimbo Fisher's just an okay coach to a very bad coach. He's got a lot of 3 lost seasons, and he's got a few 5 or 6 lost seasons under his belt as well at Florida State. And I don't see a Jameis Winston on this team that's going to propel him to where he needed to be to win a national title or to beat Alabama and Clemson in the same year. But we'll see. But I'm not buying the Texas A&M Jimbo Fisher hype.
Yeah, and the preseason AP's got them ranked 12th. They finished last year. I just changed the screen here, but I think it was 17th. So, I mean, that's a reasonable ranking. That's good, but not great.
Yeah.
They had
I'm just talking about I just started listening to more and more sports talk shows again, and I'm just hearing just one person after another person just raving about Jimbo Fisher and this Texas A&M team. Be ready to be disappointed, guys.
Yeah, there you go. Now, Mike Berlon asks a really great question. Thank you for posing this on Twitter, Mike Berlon, hitting us up at Scout Team Radio. He says, more heartwarming feeling. Bama and Clemson don't make the playoffs, or they both make the playoffs and they both get upset.
I got to say, now it's them not making the playoffs at all. I've seen them both get upset in the playoffs. I've seen that story before, and I'm just over it. I just want to see 4 new total teams.
I agree with you 100%.
You know what? I'd rather see them not make the playoffs and then they both get upset in a bowl game. That would be the best.
Yeah, like the Alamo Bowl or whatever crazy bowls they got.
Bama loses the Sugar Bowl and Clemson loses the Orange Bowl.
Perfect. Because then not only do they not make the playoffs, then they get upset. Like, that's the perfect scenario.
But you know what the excuse is going to be, right? Especially from Bama fans?
Not motivated.
We were motivated. If we're not in the playoffs, we just don't care. God,
It's true.
I can't stand Bama fans. Just SEC fans in general. Not motivated. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
It's such a
it would be
terrible
heartwarming
excuse.
if it was Bama versus UCF and UCF just took it to them.
Yeah, and we do live in Orlando, so we're gonna put the caveat there that we, kind of hometown guys.
We don't
even
need
though you're
caveat.
You don't think so? I think screw the world.
Screw the world.
There we go.
We don't like UCF just because we're from Orlando. We like UCF because they're a good team.
It's a true story.
They're a solid team.
Yeah, and this year I'm got to go to my little soapbox a little bit here. The question mark for UCF is quarterback. They did bring in Brandon
Yes.
Wimbush, graduate transfer. He could be the starter going into the season. Their backup last year, who came in for Mackenzie Milton when Mackenzie Milton got hurt, Daryl Mack, he's been hurt, so it looks like it's going to be Wimbush's job unless one of these redshirt freshmen kind of take over from him. We'll see what happens, but that's not the story. The story is UCF is going to have a outstanding running game. They have 3 of the best running backs in the nation, and that in itself is going to be the greatest show on turf, and I am so excited for it.
It's going to be fun to watch them do it. I wish they would have used that running game more against LSU, but it is what it is.
Yep, can't go back in the past. Now we're hoping the hype train, Josh Heupel, he has learned from that mistake and he can move on. But you take it one game at a time. So UCF right now, good. Mike Berlon, he's a Notre Dame guy. He says, good luck with Wimbush. Yeah, he's not my number one choice, but he did have some wins under his belt, so he's got some starts.
Plus
He
UCF
can
has a
run.
better offensive mind of a coach than what Notre Dame had.
Yeah, we'll take that. Oh, wow, Chris America. This show flew by. When you start talking college
did.
football, it seems like things just start really get moving. That and Old Town Road, those are your 2
Yeah.
hot topics that you really like in talking about.
And Irish wristwatches.
Don't say it. Don't say that again, because I can't say it. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So here was a last topic for the show. At least I think it is, because we only have a few minutes left.
Sometimes we go through a topic and then you look back up and you're like, okay, 2
Okay, that took
minutes went
30
by.
seconds. Yeah. So words to get rid of in sports. So this was a topic that was trending on Twitter, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Like, what are those words that like announcers say that just totally throw you off? Some of the words that I saw on the thread, one was classy or class. Like, this athlete has a lot of class.
No,
that's one of those
my-
words you could get rid of, right?
Yeah, I'll save my best for last. I hate this guy's got a high motor, or he. Oh no, I got one. He brings his lunch pail to the field.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the
Okay,
words
they're old,
was
man. Like, who brings
Yeah.
lunch pails anymore? Like, do they even still make lunch pails?
oh, absolutely not.
Like, when are we gonna change it to he brings his Yeti to the field?
There you go. See, that's why lunch pail needs to go away.
Yeah.
Lunch
Like,
pail.
let's
could be
update
one
it
of
a
those
little
words.
bit. Like, I don't think
Um,
anybody's called it a lunch pail since like 1965.
Other than in sports.
Yeah.
That's like a John Madden reference. That's something he would say.
Mm-hmm. He's
A
a blue
winningest.
collar guy.
Oh, blue collar's another one. Like, do we need that in sports? Do we need to call these guys blue
No.
collar? They're all making millions and millions of dollars. Are they blue collar?
Mm-mm.
No, not at
No.
all. Winningest. Like, that's the winningest coach in Ohio State history.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer. Winningest. Is that even a word, like, in the Webster Dictionary? Is winningest
Winningest.
a word?
I don't know.
Think about that. It's a stupid word, isn't it?
It is a stupid word. What else you got? I'm trying to think. I'm saving my best for last, but go ahead.
Okay, you got. We'll put that as the cherry on top. Is your last word? Warrior. I saw some people
he's a
putting on
warrior.
Twitter. Yeah, this guy's a warrior, and they're like, warriors are people that go out and fight on the battlefield.
Yeah.
These guys are out playing a kids game. Like,
Or
they're
just-
not warriors.
Or
They're
just
playing a
saying,
kids
like,
game.
these guys are going to war down in the trenches.
They're not going to war. They're
No.
playing a kids game. So get rid of warrior. Here's another one. Matriculate. Have you ever heard an announcer say matriculate?
Oh, yeah, the matriculated down the field.
Yeah, that's a dumb one.
Oh, here we go. Good one from Memphis Spence. Now, that guy is a football player.
Yeah.
And
There you
I'm
go.
going to piggyback off of that one. That guy plays football the right way.
Opposed to the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well said.
All right,
Well said.
we're coming up on it, so I'll throw mine out there.
I'm
My
ready
favorite-
for it.
It's always with a black player, no matter what it is, basketball, baseball, football, usually football, especially black quarterbacks, they'll always say, and he's very well spoken.
It's terrible.
It is terrible, but they say it all the time, no matter how many times we point out that you're clearly racist if you only point out that black athletes are well spoken. Honestly, I get surprised when any offensive lineman's well spoken.
It's terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible.